Firefighters let the home burn to the ground because of what they found inside. When Kevin moved into his new house in Redding, California, he quickly noticed something strange. Every night, his elderly neighbor, Ruth, was sleeping in her car. It was broken down and freezing outside, yet she stayed there. He often looked at her house and wondered, why wasn't she going inside? One day, as the weather got colder, Kevin couldn't take it anymore. He asked her why she was living in her car. Ruth looked down and quietly said her house had become a dump after her best friend passed away. Kevin was heartbroken. She reminded him of his own mother or grandmother. Her home had no water or electricity, but Kevin felt there had to be more. He offered to help her clean it, but she always refused. Then, one day, she changed her mind. Kevin walked into Ruth's house and nearly fell over. The smell was horrible. Trash, old food, and filth covered every inch. But what he saw behind the living room door was shocking. When Kevin opened the door behind the living room, he found something that made him freeze. Mold, black and thick, was growing up the walls. It wasn't just in one room. As he walked through the house, he saw more of it. The mold was spreading everywhere. It was in the kitchen, the bathroom, even the ceilings. The air felt heavy and made him cough. Kevin rushed outside to get fresh air. Then he called in mold experts to inspect the house. They showed up wearing hazmat suits. After a deep check, they gave him terrible news. The mold was toxic. Breathing it in could make people sick. It was the worst case they had ever seen. They said the mold had gotten into the structure of the house. Walls, floors, and even the foundation were filled with it. There was no way to fix it. It had gone too far. The safest thing to do now was to destroy the house completely. Kevin and Ruth had to make a hard choice. Ruth didn't have insurance to pay for the damage. The experts contacted the fire department, and the decision was made. The house would be burned down to stop the mold from spreading to nearby homes. Ruth was allowed to go in one last time, but she didn't need to. Kevin had already found the one thing she cared about most: a photo of her parents. She held it tight as she stood in the cold, watching flames rise into the sky. Kevin felt heavy guilt. He had wanted to help her, but now she had no home at all. He knew he couldn't stop there. He shared Ruth's story online and started a GoFundMe. The community saw the post and stepped in. People donated. Others offered help. A local nonprofit saw the story and offered Ruth a room in a nearby retirement home. It was warm, safe, and filled with friendly faces. Kevin even adopted Ruth's little dog and visited her often. Later, Ruth told him about the clean room in the back. It had been her childhood bedroom. After losing her parents and husband, she closed it off, trying to forget. But thanks to Kevin, she could finally let go and start over.